you guys. If you're spending $100,000 on a JPEG, you're the irrational exuberance that makes markets fucking crash. So, oh, well, why is the market going to crash just because some guy bought a $100,000 JPEG? Well, that guy used to be holding crypto. And the only reason he bought a $100,000 JPEG is because he feels rich now, because he's rich on crypto. So he's going to give his crypto, aka spend, aka sell his crypto, sell it. What does that do to the price? Moves the fucking price down. And he's going to sell it for some stupid JPEG picture. Why? Because he's a degenerate gambler, is why. Do they sell real art in the real world? Yes, they do. Do they sell digital art in the real world? Yes, they do. Is it beautiful? Yes, it is. Is there reason to reward speculators with the majority of the profit from these endeavors for creating virtual roulette wheels with pixelated, semi-artsy ticker symbols for the slots on the roulette wheel? It's just fucking gambling. It's degenerate. It's disgusting. Can you imagine selling your Bitcoin in 2011 to buy somebody's fucking JPEG and lose your 5 million X run? I mean, you didn't get 5 million X, maybe you got a 2 million X or a 200,000 X, whatever. You're not getting a 200,000 X in your stupid JPEG. You're not. So you're selling the world's best performing asset class, fungible tokens, where when one guy buys a ticker symbol, it's good for you, the other guy. And you're trading it for these non-fungible tokens where one guy buys some other guy's stupid, dumb JPEG, and now your stupid, dumb JPEG doesn't go up in value because it's non-fungible. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's a giant waste of money.
We're seeing it everywhere, though. I mean, look at the Michael Jordan card that sold recently, I think for $750,000. And that's during the, well, are we in a global financial crisis? We're in a big pullback with
you're only in a financial
COVID.
crisis if you're poor. If you have a real job and work for a living, you're in a financial crisis. If you're a rich piece of shit, you're flying high with all-time highs fucking everywhere. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. This is what's happening. So
when we were talking to Mr. Dent, and he was getting quite fired up and passionate, do you think, is it because he was trying to say that you're wrong?
Well, no, it's just emotional unintelligence. So he is making outrageous claims that the chart doesn't support, and he's backing them up with fuck all non-outrageous evidence. So, you know, I would say something like, hey, you know, all the bears got killed off. They lost all their money. And he's like, yeah, that's why you should listen to me because I'm the last one left. You're like, no, that's framing error. It means we shouldn't listen to you because you're going to die too. But you just don't understand that you made a framing error. Like you think it's good that you're the last one left on the hangman's platform. Nope.
Did you help him with that information he was asking for? Do you remember he was talking about, show me later how to do these stable coins? Did you guys actually follow up after that?
I didn't follow up. I mean, I messaged him, but like I didn't really follow up. I'm busy. I'd have to check my email to see whether he responded. I almost never check my email ever. I hate email. So basically, even if he is right, there's a dip. Buying bonds sucks balls. That's not good. It's just not. Find some other way to like the idea I gave him is better. And the idea that, and he agrees with this part, you're not going to get the top right. No one ever does. You are not going to time the top because tops almost never happen. And you're in a chart that's going up and to the right for almost ever. So statistically, with no other evidence or knowledge, do you think new all-time highs causes dips? Nope. New all-time highs are usually followed by new all-time highs in the S&P 500 and Bitcoin and almost everything because they just keep printing the money. Well, okay, so what are you going to use for an indicator? You're like, they're all dead. They're all extinct. And then I try and explain this. So if you're bearish on the market and you suggest that anyone ever take a short, you're horribly stupid. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to lose all your money, just like all the other shorts did. Do you think it is an accident or a coincidence that on Wall Street, there are no firms left that just are short-only houses? They lose all their money all the time, and they all get destroyed. And what is left is thousands and thousands of people that just go long and get rich as hell because the market goes up and to the right all the time. And then these couple guys that think they're smarter than everyone else that just don't understand the math, and they all get wrecked and destroyed. Here's the math. If you invested $20,000 into Bitcoin at $1 and you wrote it up to 20,000, you'd have $40 million. Maybe more. I think you'd have 400 million. Yeah, you'd have 400 million. So 20 grand at $1 turned into 40 million. Now that we did 60K, it turned into 1.2 billion. So your 20 grand would have turned into $1.2 billion. God damn, that's a lot of money. Okay, now let's say instead you traded the same move of $1 to 60K. But you went short. You put in 20 grand. See, I like using the 20 grand top instead of the 60 grand top because the math's a little easier. So you bought 20 grand, it went up to 20,000. You made your 40 million or 400 million. Let me just do the math on that real quick. 20 grand squared. Pretty sure it's 400 million. Yeah, it's 400 million. So you got your 400 million bucks on your $20,000 investment. Instead, you decide to go short instead of long. You short the top at 20,000 back in 2018. Well, end of 2017. Ethereum's top was in 2018. The beginning is delayed about 42 days after Bitcoin's top. So you short your 20 grand and Bitcoin goes to fucking $1. Let's say it goes to zero, actually. Bitcoin goes from 20 grand down to zero. You can't possibly get a better performance on your short. How much money did you make on your 20 grand? Shorting Bitcoin at 20,000 and going down to zero. Do you know how much you made? If you don't, I'll tell you.
Less than had you longed it.
You made 20 grand. You made 20 grand.
That's it?
That's it. So you could have made $400 million long.
Yeah, but of course those people would be leveraging that
No.
short, I'm guessing.
No, because you get fucking liquidated. So, okay, let's say you took leverage. Then it amplifies the 400 million even more because they just both multiply. So if you had taken leverage on your 20 grand long, you would have made billions and billions. If you had taken 10x leverage on your $20,000 purchase at $1 and you never got liquidated, which I'm not sure it's possible, but let's say for hypothetical in this example that you didn't get liquidated, right? So if you didn't, like, if it never dipped down to 80 cents, you didn't get liquidated. Well, like, 81 cents or something like that. So let's say you took 10x margin, and don't ever margin trade, you lose all your fucking money. Every other YouTuber on Twitter is going to tell you to margin trade because that's how they make rich. They get rich on you. You margin trade, you're losing all your money and you'll regret the shit out of it. So,
and the margin trading platforms, just to interject there, they are out of control at the moment. The amount that are growing and the amount, I don't know if they're
it's just because people think they're smarter than they are and they lose all their money. And you're like, hey.
I mean, it's because obviously the market's there. The people are.
Well, no one else is telling them the truth. I'm the only guy telling you you're going to lose all your fucking money. Everyone else on YouTube is giving you the referral link to go lose all your money. So they're making money on you losing all your money. I'm not making money on saving your ass. Saving your ass actually makes me a lot of enemies. Telling the truth about what's healthy for you makes me a lot of enemies. So whatever, fuck them. I've got fuck you money. I can tell the truth. I can afford it. So your 10x long, $20,000 investment at $1 got you a position of $200,000, which then multiplied 100x, or no, 20,000x actually, from $1 to 20,000. So instead of making 400 million, you would have made 10x 400 million, which would be 4 billion. So your 10x long, $20,000 risk from $1 to 20,000 made you $4 billion. Your 10x short, which gets liquidated in a fucking 5% up move. Now, what are the chances that you called a short? Actually, 10x long is going to get you liquidated at a 10% move, or like 9.8, because there's some extra premium there. So, like, do you think you called the top and it didn't ever for a second make a 10% bump over where you shorted? Get fucked. It ain't happening. It's not happening. You're going to get liquidated. You're not calling that top. There is going to be a scam wick that knocks you the fuck out. And you'll be right. The market will go where you thought it would, and you'll be watching it sad that you lost all your money. So now you got your 10x short, which is your position is now 200 grand. Bitcoin goes down to zero.